Hey guys, I'm going to give it a few minutes, let some people get in here. Richard, can you let me know if this sounds okay? So yeah, I'm just going to give it a few more minutes, let some people get in here, and then we'll go ahead and start. This is probably only going to be like a 30-minute broadcast because, school started back and I have mom duties. So, hey, Joanne. I guess everything sounds okay. Is it low? Can you hear the fan? All right. We've got 10 people in here. Let's go ahead and get this started. Not sure if you all know, but Seth Rich is actually in the news today. And I'm going to go over a couple of things. Something I've seen on Twitter. Let me get my screen share up here. It's been a while, guys. It's just been a while. All right. All right. Hey, Painful. Richard Burke, British Truth Seeker. How are you all doing? Can you all see my screen okay? It should be a Twitter page. I've got the chat up here. I've got my dual screen going. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Laura Loomer's tweet. I thought hers was the first one up here. Maybe not. All right, let's just pull up this one. No. Okay, so allegedly Donna Brazil and Muriel Bowser were at the hospital when Seth Rich arrived, says Matt Couch. And I believe there was a live stream earlier today that reflected upon that, and I'm going to play a little bit of that. However, there has been a news article that's come out since of Donna Brazil denying that fact. This is from the Daily Dot. Former DNC head denies report she was at the hospital of Seth Rich murder. So it's obviously enough for her to come out and say this. This was at 10:23 a.m. today. I haven't read this whole article, so just bear with me. Donna Brazil, the foreign interim head of Democratic National Committee, which is the same committee that Seth Rich worked with, okay? Or he worked for the DNC as well. Flatly denied claims by conservative blogger Matt Couch that she was at the same hospital where former DNC staffer Seth Rich died. Couch made several claims on Sunday and Monday that Brazil and Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser were at the hospital Rich was taken to the morning he was killed on July 10, 2016. Those claims quickly got picked up by leading far-right personalities, including Michael Flynn Jr., and I'll play that here in just a second. Laura Loomer. Go ahead and read this tweet. According to Real Matt Couch, Donna Brazil and Muriel were both at the hospital when Seth Rich died. How did they know he was there, and why were they there around 4 a.m.? And I actually tweeted back at Laura Loomer that there is no such thing as coincidences. May Seth Rich get justice. Rich's murder has become the subject of conspiracy theories since then, including that he was killed by the DNC after leaking emails from the group to WikiLeaks. It is widely accepted that emails were given to WikiLeaks by Russian operatives. Couch said he had credible information from the sources and added that he had information that was, quote, verifiable, and he has a way to prove it. Couch has a history of making claims about the Rich murder that don't hold up, and I'm not exactly sure what they're referring to. In an email to the Daily Dot on Monday, Brazil said she was in Washington State with CNN commentator Ana Navarro on the day of Rich's murder, and called Couch's claims an attempt to profit off the staffer's murder. This is painful not just to the memory of a great young public servant, but Seth's parents and his colleagues and friends. She added there is simply no truth to the claims in this article, adding in another email, the claim is false, misleading, and worse, profiting off an innocent death. The claim is false, misleading, and worse, profiting off an innocent death. That's innocent death. She really had to add those words to that statement. I really find that. I don't even know what the word to use for that. Okay. A tweet from Navarro from July 11th, 2016 shows the CNN commentator in Brazil eating in Seattle, Washington. Another tweet from the Association of College and University Housing Officers on July 11th, 2016 also imply Navarro and Brazil would be speaking with them. The agenda for the conference also has Brazil on the schedule of July 11th. There are no tweets from Brazil, providing she was in Washington State the day before when Rich was killed and she's accused of being at the hospital. Brazil also said in a picture the conservative blogger used on his website of her and Bowser was taken in 2014 when the now mayor was a candidate for office. The picture used in Couch's article was tweeted by Brazil in July 2014. Couch did not immediately respond to an email requesting comment from the Daily Dot. Mayor Bowser's office also denied the report. So let's go back and look at Michael Flynn's. I'm not sure how long this is. This was a live stream he posted this morning.
Now we're back on YouTube. There we go. Sorry about that. How's it going, guys? Matt Couch and Bill Pierce here. I don't think that's how it looks. All right, well, they'll figure it out, right? Somebody will eventually comment, hopefully. We shall see. How's it going, guys? We're letting the audience go for just a few minutes here. We are, and just having issues over there, dude.
Having some serious issues.
YouTube, you're on YouTube and it's working?
Can you all hear that okay?
Can you see us okay over there on YouTube? I think the YouTube's more of a Wi-Fi issue than anything, Bill. We're probably trying to connect.
Okay, thanks, Painful.
All right, so Scott says he can see us on YouTube, so that's a plus.
Let's go back there then.
All right, so there we go. All right, we'll figure it out.
YouTube keeps dropping us.
YouTube keeps dropping us, so we'll just figure it out. If you're on YouTube and they say they can see us, so we'll go from there. But I do believe that YouTube is a Wi-Fi issue. Lights in the ceiling are too bright. Yeah, we wondered about that. We're not really concerned with the whole. It doesn't need to be pretty. It's going to be very quick, very, very brief.
How's that? Actually, that looks better.
Yes, it does. All right, guys. Nothing is ever perfect when you try to do this stuff, especially when you are not where you're going to. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody on Periscope. Thanks for staying with us. So we talked to you all about a week ago about some information that was going on in our investigations, and so we gave said parties 1 week to do the right thing and to come forward. I'll help around a little bit. So this is the main thing here, folks. This is the main thing. We gave them the opportunity, Bill, to do the right thing.
Absolutely.
We gave said parties the opportunity, the time to do the right thing. Our intel is rock solid. We can back up our statements with everything in our beams. Our sources are rock solid. I'm going to ask for shares as well. If you haven't shared this, before I get going, we want as big of an audience as we can possibly get for this broadcast. It is very crucial to our investigations. We can't do what we do without all of you. We looked at security situations. We had a lot of people messaging us, reaching out to us, people that are very, very well connected in the intel community, telling us that we needed to get this information out a little sooner because of threats and things like that have been made towards our families. As many of you know, about 3 days ago, there was a meme that was put out of Jenny Moore, and they have put my wife on this meme, and we were told by multiple people within the intel community this was no accident.
It couldn't be an accident.
It was not an accident.
There's no way.
The picture was...
In case you all don't know, Jenny Moore was an investigative journalist that was actually found dead, I believe, last week in a D.C. motel room of an apparent seizure. She had been investigating the Seth Rich death, per se, like Miss Blair likes to call it, innocent death. But I have a close friend that's actually was friends with Jenny, and Jenny was a very hard investigative journalist. She basically had no fear. So when you hear people speak of Jenny Moore, she's recently passed away. So rest in peace, Jenny, and just wanted to give you all a heads up on who he was speaking with. And I was not aware of that tweet as well. So.
Specifically cropped out. And they did so on purpose to threaten not only my family, my wife, but as well as other members of our team. They shut down our Patreon account at patreon.com on Thursday, one of our 3 funding platforms. All of this happened literally when we basically said a week ago, we don't know who did it, Deanna. That's the thing. We don't know.
We've traced it back probably as far as we can for now. We're still working on it.
Right. And so we literally are still working on it. We're tracing it. Our team's working on it. Other investigators are helping us work on it as well. But with everything that's happened since we broke this with myself and Bill and Frank Whalen and the Graham Cracker, a week ago on Sunday, we broke a lot of new intel, and they've been attacking our team constantly ever since. They shut down our Patreon account. They literally put a meme out that has went viral, been seen millions and millions of times, of Jenny Moore, the journalist who was killed in Washington, D.C., that she was found dead in a D.C. hotel room on Monday. She was working with Thomas Paine, George Webb, and other investigative journalists. And so this is where we're at. We put out intel because we're tired of the threats. We're tired of everything that's happening. So without further ado, this is breaking information and intel in the Seth Rich investigation. This is going to be a very quick scope. We've been going a little over 4 minutes. I don't really want to go any longer than 10 for security purposes. We received highly credible intelligence from one of our sources about 2 weeks ago. And the intel, as we have checked out from Bill and Frank and members on our team, is as accurate as it gets, we believe. We 100% believe. And so this intel that we're going to release is there were 2, not 1, but 2 high-profile members of the Democratic Party that were at the hospital at the exact same time or within minutes of Seth Rich's arrival. And so the big kicker here is that, number one, why were they there? Why were they there? Who notified them? Those are questions that we wanted answered. We gave them an opportunity to do so.
And think about what time in the morning it was.
Right. It was 4:33 in the morning when he arrived via ambulance. And so let's just get out with it, I guess. Right, Bill?
Have at it, man.
The 2 people that were at the hospital at the same time or within minutes of Seth Rich's arrival were 2 D.C. politicians. One was Donna Brazile, the current head of the Democratic National Committee, the head of the DNC.
Okay, I just said Blair a while ago. I meant to say Donna Brazile. Correction.
At the time, Donna Brazile was one of the 2 politicians that was at the hospital at exactly the same time that Seth Rich arrived. The other one is also very interesting because she's a current elected official, a politician who got into it on Twitter this week with President Trump. The other politician who was at the hospital was none other than Muriel Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C. Muriel Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C., was also at the hospital with Donna Brazile at the same time that Seth Rich was brought in an ambulance. This is breaking news. We can back this up. We have verifiable evidence. And so we gave these people an opportunity to come forward. So you have to ask yourself a question. Why was Donna Brazil the mayor of Washington, D.C., a major metropolitan area, and why was Donna Brazil the head of the DNC at the hospital at the exact same time that Seth Rich arrived? And so this is new breaking information in our investigations. We are sick and tired of the runaround, the nonsense, the frivolous lawsuits, and all of that is filed against our team. We've had enough. There will be more intel drops this week. Basically, we feel like the people in government are not doing their jobs, so we're going to do their jobs for them, and we're going to bring this information to you. And we'll let the American people decide from here on out in our investigations. It's apparent that the Department of Justice, the members of Congress, the members of our United States Senate, they are not going to do their jobs. And so with that being said, any intel that we get from this point forward, we will bring to the American people as soon as we possibly can. We do want to give everyone a chance to come forward. We do want to give everyone a chance to do the right thing. And so, that's something that I think is very, very pivotal in these investigations. And so for all of you out there, do me a favor, because our information cannot get out unless you guys share the information. YouTube, great to see you guys over there as well. And I see lots of lovely trolls over there on YouTube.
And let me tell you what, I'm completely willing to listen to a valid reason why this may be.
Right.
Why were they there at the hospital at reasonably the same time, at that time in the morning? There might be a valid reason. And that's what I do. I listen to these reasons and people's stories. Let us know why.
Right. I mean, that's the kicker. We're willing to, as Julian Assange said, 30 days after Seth Rich was murdered, Julian Assange basically stated, we're willing to listen to anything within reason. In this murder, we want to hear it. But he also stated 30 days after the murder, there was no findings. There was no findings of it being a Bosch robbery. And so we're in the same boat. We have no problem listening to these people, but we can 100% prove this. We have a way to prove it. I'll put it to you that way. So
we have no problem listening to anybody. The problem is nobody's talking.
Right. Our source is willing to testify in front of the House Intelligence Committee. We have heard nothing back from them as well. Correct, Bill?
Correct.
So we have sources that are willing to testify and name names. We can tell you who was at the hospital. We can tell you the doctor that operated on Seth Rich. We can tell you the police witness that they've never mentioned. We can tell you all of this information. And we have put most of this information out. You can go to our website, www.af-mg.com, and find all the information right there on our website as well for the information. With that being said, anyone who's asking for sources, I will tell you the same thing. We were joking about CNN a little bit earlier, because they've doxed us. You can also, right now, you could go to ilovemyfreedom.org as well. The information is up right now. I just saw it come across my Twitter feed, so they're obviously watching this right now as well. It'll be up on our website as well, af-mg.com, as well as truthhunted.com a little bit later. Reach out to Thomas Payne as well, and he knows our intelligence as well.
Let me add one thing about our source, too. How many people out there think it's a good idea for CNN to dox the jurors in the Manafort trial? Is that a good thing? No. Is that something they should do, Matt?
No.
Okay, so why would we ever dox our source then?
Right, so all the conservatives are saying, no, it's not fair to release the jurors' names and home addresses.
Right.
But yet all the trolls are saying, oh, you guys need to release your source of who they are.
And you know what? Someday that might happen.
And I'll say the same thing that I will tell anyone who asks for our sources. When you can get CNN sources and you can get Julian Assange's sources, then I will have no problem handing my sources over to you. And that's the only thing I'm going to ask to the ridiculousness of someone asking about sources. So, folks, this is it. That's the announcement. If you're just tuning in, we have a source that has told us that Donna Brazil and Muriel Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C., and Donna Brazil, when she was the head of the DNC, were at the hospital at exactly the same time or just a few minutes after Seth Rich arrived via ambulance. That's the news we're breaking tonight, and it's something that we wanted to make sure that we got out to you, because, once again, we have taken this up the proper channels authoritatively, and they're not doing what we've asked them to do. They're not even looking into things. And if they are, they're not communicating with us that they are looking into things. So that being said, that's the big news. Articles are out now as well. So, guys, I really, really appreciate all that you do and all of your support for our team and things that we are doing. So if the scope froze, log out and log back in, guys. It'll probably come back. Log out and log back in. So for Matt Couch, Bill Pierce, and the entire America First Media Group team, we are going to log out. Thanks so much, guys. God bless.
Interesting, to say the least. And this article was posted today. I already read Laura Loomer's tweet. Couch said he had credible information of the sources and added that he had information that was verifiable and he has a way to prove it. And one thing guilt is something that comes in all forms, you all. And if Donna Brazile stated this today, she came out and said this today, okay? If she denied this so quickly, that is very telling. I'm not going to say she was there or she wasn't, but for somebody, okay, so for these claims to be made and for her to come out and say that she was not so quickly, in my opinion, that shows guilt. I mean, usually if something is false, they'll just say, oh, they'll either, they won't comment, or, they'll give little hints, or, I mean, it just, this is very telling, okay, that she just came out and said that I wasn't there. What's he talking about? So she's trying to hide something. And that's just my opinion. Okay, where was I? So, yeah, okay. So in an email, the Daily Dot Monday, Brazile said, so she basically emailed the Daily Dot, letting them know that she was not there. I'd like to see that email, not just quotes. She said the claim is false, misleading, and worse, profiting off an innocent death. That right there is very telling as well. That quote right there. No one thinks his death was innocent. Exactly. Why was she there? There are no tweets from Brazile proving she was in Washington State the day before when Rich was killed, and she's accused of being in the hospital. But they say they have proof. They say they have a very reliable source. Said that Mayor Browser's office also denied the report. There you go again, claiming the denial so quickly. Brazile's lawyers issue cease and desist. Elizabeth Marvin, Brazile's attorney, has also sent a letter obtained by the Daily Dot to Couch and America First Media Group, claiming he published false and defamatory content about the former DNC head with an obviously malicious intent. You published these false and defamatory statements in an attempt to further conspiracy theories to persuade your readers to believe that Mrs. Brazile intervened in and or influenced the investigation into Seth Rich murder, Marvin writes in the letter. The letter asks Couch to cease and desist within 48 hours, or Brazile will pursue all available legal remedies. And right here is the letter dated today. That's pretty quick, don't you think, you all? I'm just providing the news. I'm in no way, shape, or form accusing Miss Blair or Miss Blair. Here we go again. Donna Brazile and Mr. Browser for being there. Of course, this is from Marvin Law, PLLC, August 20th, 2018. See if I can zoom in on this. All right, that's better. To Mr. Matt Couch, regarding breaking, America First Media names public officials at hospital the morning of Seth Rich shooting, published August 19th, 2019. Wow. Typo. Big typo. Huh. Would this even be valid since the date's wrong? See you, Joanne. Much love, honey. Dear Mr. Couch, the firm represents Donna L. Brazil. If you are represented by an attorney, please forward this letter to your attorney immediately and have them notify us of your representation. In an article published, which I've already said, blah, 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 and they corrected it 2018 here, entitled blah, 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 blah. They said they knowingly published false and defamatory content regarding Miss Brazil with an obviously malicious intent. Namely, you allege that Mrs. Brazil was at the hospital on the night of Seth Rich's murder. You publish these false and defamatory statements in an attempt to further conspiracy theories and persuade your readers to believe that Mrs. Brazil's intervened in and or influenced the investigation into Seth Rich's murder. You are hereby directed to cease and desist all defamatory statements concerning Miss Brazil and Seth Rich's murder, and to retract the article referenced herein within 48 hours of receipt of this correspondence. In the event you fail to meet this demand, please be advised that Miss Brazil will pursue all available legal remedies. In a response to a tweet from Couch, Brazil said he published a, quote, bogus claim. And then Matt Couch on August 7th of 2018 tweeted out, "It's time for a little Seth Rich thread. Let's get up to speed. Hashtag Seth Rich. Hashtag his name was Seth Rich." Donna Brazil tweeted out, "You should be ashamed of yourself. In addition to your deceitful lies about Mr. Seth Rich, you have once again published a bogus claim. It's time you focus on protecting our democracy and publish falsehoods." Miss Brazil, I think I will correct you on that. It's a constitutional republic. It's not a democracy. And I quote, "Rich's murder has been the subject of numerous conspiracy theories. The former DNC staffer was shot while he was walking home from a bar in Washington, D.C. The murder remains unsolved, and authorities have said they believe it was a robbery gone wrong. Some people believe that Seth Rich's murder was nefarious and the result of him giving emails to WikiLeaks with Fox News host Sean Hannity, eventually breathlessly covering it. The Rich family wrote on an oped in the Washington Post last year, where they have seen no, quote, evidence that the murder had any connection to his job at the Democratic National Committee and his life in politics, adding, "Anyone who claims to have such evidence is either concealing it from us or lying." They added, "Those who have suggested that Seth's role as a data analyst at the DNC gave him access to a wide trove of emails are simply incorrect. Seth's job was to develop analytical models to encourage voters to turn out to vote. He didn't have access to DNC emails, Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee emails, John Podesta's emails, or Hillary Clinton's emails. That simply wasn't his job." I seem to remember, and there's actual footage of Mr. Rich on YouTube delivering papers. Do you all remember that? And that was probably a week before his death. He was either live or he put it up on YouTube. Somebody posted it. So I know that that whole paragraph is false. And of course, Julian Assange actually hinted around that Seth Rich was a source for WikiLeaks. So that seems to be the end of that. And said the post has been updated. Okay, guys, I didn't want to make this stream too long. I just wanted to get this out there in case you all were not aware. I just came aware of this. Do your research, guys. This has been ongoing, and the whole thing stinks. So much love, you all. I will leave links in the description. And sorry, I have to go make some homemade lasagna. So much love to you all. And I will talk at you later. Oh, and I will be on the Scarab Performance channel tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just wanted to throw that out there. Love you guys.